Well, I just have to say it. Everybody here in the studio has what I call Bernthal fever.
Yep.
Ladies, very happy that he stopped by.
Oh, yeah.
But I got to say this. He's a man's man.
Yep.
So the men, very pleased to have him here. Eduardo.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Okay, now tell us what impressed you about John Bernthal.
Very charismatic dude.
Mm-hmm.
The veins that stuck out of this guy's neck when he was relaxed.
Yes.
Right.
He's so strong.
Taut.
That he has just veins protruding out of his neck, and it's just, they're there.
I've never heard, I'm sorry, I didn't know this was a thing, and I'm constantly, my life has been a series of humiliations, obviously. I'm constantly hearing about aspects that women like, that a guy has, and I think, wait, we have to have that? Like, I knew, we're supposed to have broad shoulders, and we're supposed to work out and have arms and all these things that I neglected to do. But then when I hear, oh yeah, he has veins in his neck.
Yeah, well, I didn't know.
Okay, I'm sorry I don't have veins in my neck.
We didn't know that's what we wanted until we saw John Bernthal in here, and he had them. And then I was like, okay.
Not only do I
maybe he's got high blood pressure. Should we be worried about it?
Right.
No, he doesn't.
Not only do I not have neck veins that show, I might not even have veins in my neck.
You know what? I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
I went and had an MRI recently. They found no veins in my body. They said the blood is just sloshing around loosely. They did. They said I was technically more jellyfish than man. They said I'm a big bag, a 6'4" bag, and stuff is sloshing around inside. Yeah. And then John Bernthal comes in here with actual veins.
Yeah.
And suddenly I'm the loser?
Well, do you think John Bernthal would compare himself to a jellyfish?
No.
The things that you say sometimes, it's like, come on, dude.
Okay, well, so I understand I'm no Bernthal. I get it. I was impressed, too. I really like the guy a lot.
Yeah.
And, that's a guy, I want him at my side when the apocalypse comes.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him in action in all these different shows that he's done and all these different roles that he's done. This guy knows how to handle himself.
He's the real deal.
He's the real deal. I want him at my side.
Right.
My friends now, who I love my friends. They've been my friends for like 30 years.
Yeah.
But you know that like Rodman, Greg, if trouble breaks out, all three of us are going to faint at the same time.
You're going to faint. And then what are you going to contribute to society? Like a sitcom?
Yeah.
With no cameras?
Yeah. There'll be no cameras left and no actors. And the three of us will be in the woods making something kind of arch and witty. And we'll say, this is what we have to, and then three arrows go into us simultaneously, and
oh my God.
We're eaten. Our protein is robbed from our bodies. My thing is that, I saw Eduardo, Blay, I saw you gazing at him. Get in here, Blay. And Blay, you were the one who, to be fair, said John Bernthal is, before he showed up, and I'm trying to psych myself up for the interview, you said, you know what, I love him. He's so the opposite of you, Conan.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Well, I love his work, obviously.
So that's why he's the opposite of me.
No. But I will say, and I'm trying to think of a way to say this that's not going to come off
Just go
bad.
for it. Just go for it.
He's got such first of all, he's also very funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very chill, cool energy. He just smiles at you, and your chest just opens up. Now, I'm not saying around you that I'm not always on my guard, and you give off this energy that maybe it's like being near high voltage lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt just like I was just melted. Didn't he? Just being around him,
He's
you just
intense.
Blade did say if they were going to do a remake of Twins, they would do it with you and John Bernthal.
So instead of Schwarzenegger and DeVito, John Bernthal would be the Schwarzenegger, and I would be the DeVito.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't take that as an insult at all. I admire DeVito a great deal. I think he's a terrific performer and actor, and I'd be happy to fill his shoes.
Completely agree. I just think it's...
So I am... What you're saying is that I give off an electrical charge that makes you tense, and right now you're clenching. Your whole body is clenching.
I'm nervous you're gonna I know I'm out of arm's reach, but I'm still nervous you're gonna come around the table.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if I could reach you. No, I can't.
I'm nervous.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. We always look towards what we're not, and I'm like looking at John Bernthal and I'm thinking, he's got some groundedness that I don't have. I'm sure, please God, have this be true, that there are some qualities I have that John wishes he had. That's not happening right now, is it?
No, there are.
John's
Don't
driving
be so
home.
hard on
John's
yourself.
driving home right now. John's driving home, thinking like, "There's no quality Conan has that I want."
no, there
no.
is.
But what I'm saying is, I do understand why everyone here is smitten with John.
It's the same
Bernthal.
thing with Goldblum. There's an otherworldly X factor. Like
Yes.
Bernthal's got old school Hollywood charisma.
Yes.
Like
Yep. Yes, he does.
Bogey, or even he reminds me of Fred Ward. Do you remember that actor that recently?
Oh, Reno Williams Strikes Again.
Actually, no, it's Remo Williams. The adventure continues.
Okay.
But let's just.
Oh my God! I almost took my own life right there.
Wow.
I think of him in The Right Stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
Tremors.
Tremors.
Tremors. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tremors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he has that kind of.
Tremors.
He has that kind of energy.
But it's like-
and you also see it in Remo Williams. Here we go.
Okay,
So-
it's not real. It's not real.
Wait,
it's
what are you talking
not real.
about?
It's
Isn't
not
that
even
what it's
joke
called?
about. Don't even joke about it.
what is it called?
It's called Remo Williams. The adventure continues.
I think that's what I said.
Oh, that's not what you said.
Well, anyway, he's in Tremors. He's in Right Stuff. And Remo Williams, one more time
Okay,
around.
Cast a deadly spell.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine, but let's just go back a little and correct our errors here. Okay.
Remo Williams gets it done every time, and let's have fun.
Fun's fun. We're having fun.
Okay.
But let's take this seriously.
Okay.
I think what I thought was cool about him, I mean, a lot of the actors are like, oh, I had a theater background and I went to like school for it and stuff. But then he comes and he's like, oh, I got beat up by people. I got beat up. I fought a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's just like, that's just cool.
Well, can I say something? And I want to just stress to our listeners, I don't think one should try to get beat up. I just don't. I think, and Sona's putting the message out there to a lot of impressionable young
It's
people
just
listening.
cool to get just beat up. No,
Look,
I didn't mean it like that.
No, but you know what I mean. You know that I've been in many a scrape in my
No,
day.
you haven't.
And-
you talk
and-
about the one fight you've
No,
been in.
I've been in
all
countless.
often.
Because I can't remember them all. So many times I've woken up on a floor with glass
It's
in my
the one.
ear.
No, that's a
It's the
different.
one
glass
where
in
they
my
smashed
eye.
your nose. They smashed your nose in. That's
Yeah.
the one fight you've been in. That's okay.
It wasn't even a fight, and it's going to turn out later on that I fell asleep in front of an Acer computer
I remember one time you told us
and fell on the keyboard.
you got a big gash in your leg because
I was carrying trash.
and somebody put a tuna fish can in the.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That doesn't count.
Oh
you
my
shouldn't
God.
even say that story.
You
I
make
got
me
punched
feel like John
once.
Bernthal.
I got punched once. One time, my mother said you have to take out the trash. I was wearing shorts, and someone had put a tuna fish can in the trash bag, and it
Like you
chunked.
do.
And it chunked up against my. I still have the scar there. I had appendicitis.
Oh my God.
And I had shingles in one eye. These are so. Don't tell me I haven't been in my share of scrapes in
How
my
do you
time.
not know the authentic title to Remo Williams?
Yeah. I've constantly been in the shit. Constantly been in the shit. And
Shingles in one eye.
yes, I did.
So you had shingle?
I had shingle in one eye. And tell me that wasn't the equivalent of being in a massive prison brawl. You know?
Oh my God.
I've gotten into it, and I'll get into it again. I'm a real brawler, a king mixer. Once you see these ham hocks coming your way, you best find cover. That's what I say.
Oh man.
I'm getting the sign to rap before I
Nothing more
humiliate.
intimidating than a rhymer.
That guy just rhymed. We better get the fuck out of here. Hey, it worked for Ali. That's all they feared was his rhymes.
Oh my God.
All right. Trust me, I'm an amazing brawler. Let's just leave it at that.